Good morning and welcome to week number 16 for the Marathon Training Plan 2020, and today we are doing a speed session. This week is all about speed. It is run number 76. 76. This is crazy. It's gone so quick. Yeah, so we're doing a speed session today, doing some sprints. It'll be 4x400 meters, and it does say at a 5:09 pace. See how we go there. I don't want to push it, and I am been feeling some things after Sunday's 21k, so I did push a little harder, but you know, it was within reason, and I've done some extra rolling and stuff just now, so I feel okay. But I just want to be mindful. I'm not overthinking it, just being mindful that, you know, let's not do anything stupid. Now we finished off last week talking about, well, things are changing, I'm going to have to adapt that plan, and basically that means I'm adding an additional 2 weeks to the plan. We're going to get into that detail after this run. I'll take you through what I've planning to do, what it's going to look like, and we can have a chat about that. Feeling good though. These are the shoes I am wearing today, and just going to be listening to some music as I pump out these sprints. I guess the good news is, as of yesterday, which is Monday, the 14th of September, we are allowed to do 2 hours of exercise outside of home, which means I can do an hour run, I can do a 2-hour run, or I can do an hour run and then an hour walk later. And with the beautiful weather, it means I can start to get out a bit more. So super pumped about that. That's some good news. Still not allowed to leave beyond 5 kilometers from home though. So, you know, where there's one good thing about it, there's still a bit of a bummer. So unfortunately that means I'm still kind of stuck in between the walls and all the boundaries of 5 kilometers. So it is what it is. Hope you're all doing fine, hope you're all doing well, and once again really do appreciate all the support, all the ongoing encouragement, comments, likes, and all the new subscriptions. If you're new here, make sure you do subscribe, hit that notification bell, and for those that have been around for a while, thank you so much. So close to 500 subscribers. All right, we are going to get this happening, then we'll get into the details afterwards. Feeling good. It's about 7:15. Not too bad. All right, let's do it. Number 1, not too bad. Feel okay. Number 2, even better. When I mean better, I mean faster. Whew. Number 3, one more to go. Let's do it. It's 4, done and dusted. Quick cool down, and then let's get into it. All right, there we go. Run number 76 done and dusted. That's 4x400 meters. Wasn't too bad of a stuff really, actually. Surprisingly, I was I mean, you need to listen to your body, right? I was a bit worried about my calf. It was definitely sore yesterday, but after a good roll and a good beating, and with a mentality that let's not do anything stupid, I've definitely still done above 5:09 pace. But I guess, I don't know, sometimes I wonder if all of this is just really mental. Right, you think you've got an issue, so you end up, you know, making it worse because you're, I guess, harassing your mindset around it, right? You're worried, you're feeling stressed, so then all that you do is you put this intentful mindset that something's going to go wrong, when that's not the case. So, you know, I think there's a difference between, you know, being mindful, whereas just worrying and kind of speaking something over you. So, something to think about. Feel good otherwise. Look, just to keep my usual Tuesday morning or start of the week rant happening, is this week has been a lot better week. Last week was a rough one. This week is a good one, and I think that's what it's all about. You're just riding the positives and pushing through the negatives, and it's a strong positive week this week so far. I mean, it's only Tuesday. It's Nacho night tonight, so get excited for that. I'm excited, but you know, it's I've had people reach out to me last week. I mean, my video was out late, and you know, I am so humbled, and I feel so supported that when, you know, when people reach out and saying, hey, is everything okay, because I hadn't gotten my video out to my normal timeline or my normal schedule, and that just shows to me that, you know, it gives me hope that, you know, we are a great bunch of people, and we need to do that more, right? And it's just something that, it's not that I didn't expect it, it was kind of just really nice gesture, right? So I appreciate that, and those that have reached out, so thank you. All right, let's get into the stats, and then we're going to talk about the plan. I haven't had a look yet. I reckon I've done probably close to 4:55, maybe a bit faster, probably faster to be honest, but it was good. It felt really good, and I wasn't beating myself up with this. I was taking it, you know, sensibly. So I guess let's have a look. First, we'll just make sure it's synced to the Nike. Of course, the Nike doesn't actually show me the workout. All it will do is just give me the house, meaning it houses the workout. All right, it's all there. That's good. Jump over to Garmin. 141 heart rate, which is pretty neat. I'm happy with that. Let's jump over to the good stuff. Oh, average is 441. Not bad, not bad. Did 449, 435, 437, 443. So that's solid effort. It's a solid effort. Actually, it's probably better than I expected. I love looking at this to see yeah, so the first part started off pretty good. Second, I was definitely feeling a bit more confident. Number 3, you know, not going over the top, and then number 4, I had to do a turnaround, so that made sense. But yeah, this is good stuff. Heart rate, yeah, pretty consistent. Cadence, okay, first and second was better than the third and fourth. So it's interesting. It really is interesting. I find all this stuff fascinating. I mean, if you're a stats person, which if you've been following along, you would have seen that I am. What kind of stat do you like to follow and see? And of course, a lot of this stuff I'm still learning, and I don't have that much understanding about it. But to me, it's the little things that help you keep focused and get that Aussie, keep focused and stay motivated, right? So it's nice to be able to reflect and have a look. Okay, so that was a quick one. Good stuff. Let's get into the juicy stuff. So as I mentioned, I'm going to change my plan, and I had to go away, just have a quick think and make sure, how am I going to do this? Now, I actually reached out to Jason from RunningAlive, and you know, I really admire his skill and his ability to train. And you know, we actually have never met in person. We've just been meeting over, you know, chatting over social media and stuff. And yeah, so because I admire of how he does his content, how he creates his plans, I figured he's probably my best bet to ask. So I asked him what his thoughts were around, this is what I'm thinking of doing, la-di-da-di-da, and he gave me his recommendations. So I'm going to walk you through that. And to be honest, the first thing when thinking about all this was, I'm super nervous about doing it, because it means that my whole run plan is going to be screwed up. Right now, it's not the end of the world. I just get a bit frustrated when it comes to this. So my Nike plan was originally 18 weeks, and what happens is I can't add additional weeks to it. There's just no way to do it. So I can add additional runs, but if I bring this up on screen right now, so I'm in week 16, and then there's week 17, and then there's week 18. Now, what we've decided that I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to this, and you'll be able to see it up on screen. So what I'm going to do is, I've just done week 15. I'm going to do week 16 this week again, and then I'm going to do 15, 16, 17, 18, and that will get me there. So essentially just adding an additional 2 weeks. Now, just to show everyone what that actually looks like is, so well, week 16 is what we're doing at the moment. So we've got 4x400s, 8 kilometers, 5x200 meters, 16.5, and a 7K. Now, last week we did, you know, we did a 5x800, we did an 11K, 5x400, 9, and a 21.
So basically I'll do that again next week. I'll do 16, then again after that, and then we'll do 17, which you can have a quick sneak peek there, and then we'll do 18, which will be the final one. So I don't know what will happen in terms of logging it in here. I won't be able to, which is a little frustrating, to be honest. It makes me a bit annoyed. But what I'll do is, before I get to the end of it all, I will save all the stats and all the details, because at the moment we're planning to hit, you know, probably around 100 workouts or 100 runs, and, you know, a total of 690 kilometers. So we'll see how that goes. We will see how it goes. And yeah, that's that. I think that makes sense. Look, if people have questions about this, please let me know. I'm super nervous about this. I don't like deviating from a plan when it's out of my control. If I can control it, and although I'm controlling this and I've been able to pick what I want to do, what I mean is I'm not able to, you know, put it into the app. I can't look at it, I can't see it, and it just makes me nervous. But let's not get overwhelmed here. I'm also a bit nervous about, you know, doing this marathon. I feel confident, but I'm nervous. So I've been getting a few questions about that. So, you know, that's how I'm feeling, to be honest. All right. Look, that's that. Exciting stuff. It really is. Now, something else which is exciting is there is a live stream coming. To be honest, by the time I get this video out, the live stream might actually even be happening. So planning for the live stream to be either on the 24th or the 25th of September. So that's coming quite soon, just around the corner. And I'll do out a separate post just to quickly say, hey, lock in this date, get everyone involved. And yeah, I'm hoping that you'll be there. Or if you're seeing this after it's occurred, I hope you attended. All right. That's it from me. Look, make sure you jump around the timestamps. I have a buffet of information, something for everyone. So I do really appreciate those using the timestamps and giving me feedback about it. I mean, that's the whole reason for it. So you don't have to stick around for the full hour. You can jump around, have a look what you want to look at, and then get out. And I know a lot of people have been focusing on looking at the long run. A few people have been enjoying the book club stuff and lots of other things. And hopefully some of these things will stick around as usual and routine videos after the marathon training plan. So really do appreciate it. So make sure you jump around, have a look around. If you haven't subbed, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you when I'm looking at you. Time for a smoothie. Ciao. Good morning and welcome to run number 77 for the Marathon Training Plan 2020. And today we are doing, well, it's an endurance, but it's actually not that long at all. It's only 8K today. Only 8K. We're starting to dip down a little bit. So we're doing this at a 6:39 pace. These are the shoes I'm wearing today. Trail running shoes. Get out on that sand. It's a beautiful morning. It's just past 7 o'clock. It's the sun is out. It is going to be a stunner of a day. This is the weather I love. I feel like I'm on holidays. As I keep saying, I'm not. It's really weird being still in lockdown in these kind of conditions, because this is the type of weather that when I usually take holidays. So it's definitely playing mind games, that's for sure. All right, so we'll continue to listen to Elon Musk's biography today. Really loving that book. It's really, really good. Highly recommend it. Suggest you get on that. It's a bit nippy this morning, but it's good. I'm a bit blank today. It's weird because I've had so many things I've been chatting about, and because it's a good week so far, I haven't got anything that's really sitting on my mind that I really want to talk about. But so let's get into it. Super pumped for this. Sorry, before we get into it, I do have a bit of a sore calf, a little bit. So I will be mindful of that, but it's beautiful weather. All right, let's go. Wow. Remember how last week I said that some of these shorter runs are more of a challenge? It's weird. I don't know. I just feel like because of the longer runs I'm able to strategize better, where these shorter runs I'm realizing I'm not able to strategize as good as I normally would in a longer run. Do have still a bit of a sore left leg, calf, glute. It's probably glute referred pain or something, who knows. It's not super bad. I think it's just a matter of rolling it and just doing a bit of maintenance work. It's probably good that this week's a bit of a drop in terms of mileage and volumes. But otherwise, I mean, it was a pretty solid run. I think I've probably, can't see it, but maybe a 6:26 pace or something. So I've done all right. I mean, I've done great, to be honest. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Oh, Jesus. I'm a bit out of it, Let's jump into the stats and then we're going to get on to topic for today. Let's have a look. All right, that should be everything. Let's have a look. Wednesday morning, beautiful stuff. Endurance, apply, pretty easy. New achievements. Okay, I don't know what all this is. Let's have a look. 148 heart rate, that's pretty neat. Route details, yeah, pretty steady across the board. I dropped down there at the end. I was fixing my GoPro, couldn't get it to turn on. 148, that's nice. Jump over to the Garmin. Look at this. It's a bit over the place, to be honest, a bit rocky. Heart rate was pretty consistent though. Cadence, yeah, started off strong, but it got a bit sloppy in between. Performance condition, baseline. Okay, well, I'm not going to complain about that. Bit of elevation as well. Yeah, look, it's definitely not. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't feel like I had a bit of a spring. I think maybe it's because I'm a bit tense in the left leg, so just got to be super mindful of that. Jeepers, gonna get eaten alive again. But no, I mean this run was good in terms of aerobic. Yep, that's great. Okay, all right, jeepers, I need to keep moving, otherwise I'm gonna get eaten alive. Now, one other thing that I wanted to check, as you can see, I'm wearing my Running Heroes gear, is if I jump over to Running Heroes, pretty sure there was a competition for today. Let's have a look. I just got completed a challenge for Remedy Kombucha. Did I win a prize? Let's have a look. I love Remedy Kombucha. Do you love kombucha? Nope, didn't win. That's all right. All right, so that's that. Pretty solid run, pretty good stuff. It's Wednesday today, halfway through the week. Feeling pretty good. We'll see how we go. There's something that always inspires me every year before we get into talking about investments is, you know, I'm one for nostalgia and feel good vibes, and when I'm in a rut, where I go to is I jump back into nostalgia type feels, whether it's video games from my childhood, music from my childhood, or reflection of moments due to circumstance. So this weather makes me think of, once again, when I'm on holidays, summer break, or being able to, usually this is the type of weather that I would be the most productive, and it's because I've got my laptop sitting outside on the deck, smashing out whatever I need to get done, whether it's hobbies, passions, side projects, business, whatever. And at the moment my mind is in a bit of a confused parallel of routine, because I'm actually working from home, doing my normal gig of working 9 to 5, and then also wanting to do all these other things and all these other hobbies. So there's a bit of a conflict, and it's a struggle, right? But no one, I mean, we don't usually go through this experience, right? I mean, no one's gone through this experience, and it's just something to consider and something to think about, that you know, sometimes there's things that we need to do, and I mentioned this last week, versus the things that we want to do, but then turning that want into, well, is that want actually a need? And you know, whether it's following love, following passion, following something that motivates you, inspires you, versus following something which is a necessity or something to just keep you going. There's a difference between the two. Anyway, just a small little rant, something to think about. Investments. Let's talk about investments. I mean, look, I mean, I don't really have any huge topical points around this, but I kind of just wanted to ask the question to you guys: do you invest? How do you invest? What are you doing to invest? And I've been investing for must be about 6 years now in the share market. Have also some rental property assets as well. And I think one thing that I want to encourage any viewer that's watching this, whether you're young, in the middle, or a bit older, not saying you're old, is it's never too late to invest. It's better to start than to not start at all, rather than delaying to start. It's better to start now sooner than later, rather than delaying and saying I'll start when I have more money, or I'll start when I have more time, or I'll start when I have XYZ. You need to start as soon as possible, because with investments, the whole point of investment is it's over time, and it's the building of wealth over time. It's the compounding of wealth over time. Now, not saying that you invest today and all of a sudden you're going to be rich next year or something like that. It takes time. Now, I'm a long-term investor. I'm thinking long game, and I do apologize for all this. These mozzies are shocking. But something I want to encourage is, if you can, whether it's a small amount, 5%, 10%, whatever it is, find what you can do to invest, because it will start to have its I guess you will start to reap the rewards. So I'm just curious to know, just putting it out there, if there is more of a conversation here, or something that you want to jump into a bit more than happy to ask a question, let me know. But I guess the question to you is, do you invest? How do you invest? What is your go-to investment? Is it the stock market? Is it ETFs? Is it, you know, dividends? Is it you know, are you trying to do day trading? Are you doing the long term? Are you not even investing in the stock market? Are you doing other things such as buying property, buying assets, flipping items? There's lots of different things that you can be doing. One of my side investments is Lego. Sounds weird, but you know, there was an article where some Lego pieces have grown and, you know, surpassed the value of gold in terms of investment return. And that's just because collector items, finding the right items, knowing what people will want, keeping it stored safe and secure, and then flipping it 5-10 years later down the track. They're small amounts which all add up. So there's plenty of ways to do it. Happy to have a conversation about this. Actually, would love to have a conversation about this. So curious, hit me up on Instagram or leave a comment below, and we can have a conversation. Oh, jeepers, can't do that. My glasses are there. All right, that is that. I'm gonna go have some breakfast, have a coffee, have a smoothie. Gotta love that smoothie, and really appreciate you being here. Make sure you jump down into the timestamps. There's a buffet of information, just like what we've spoken about with the investments. There's a bunch of different things, something here for you, something here for me, something here for everyone. And yeah, make the most of it. If you want to hear something more, if you want to understand something, leave a comment below as well. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow. In other words, I'll see you in a couple of seconds. So I'll see you when I'm looking at you. Ciao. Good morning and welcome to run number 78 for the Marathon Training Plan 2020. And today we are doing another speed session. This time we are doing 5 times 400 meters at a 5:09 pace with a 1.5 minute rest in between in the rain. Oh, jeepers. I tell you, the weather's all over the place of late. It's had some pretty beautiful days, so I guess can't really complain to have a rainy day like this, but it's not too bad. I guess I don't really enjoy running speed sessions in the rain just because slippy, muddy, whatever, so it just does make it a little bit more of a got to be mindful, but I should be able to just do majority of this on the road anyway, so shouldn't be too bad. These are the shoes I'm wearing today, so these are the newer version, or sorry, my newest pair.
of the 880 V9s, and they still actually got the tag on them too. So anyway, so something cool just to mention is the GoPro HERO9 has been announced last night or early this morning. It's looking pretty good. Look, I'm using the Hero 7, and I didn't upgrade to the 8 just because I didn't need to. I wanted to, but I didn't need to. Now that the 9's come out, there's a few things on there which has really stood out to me, which is the dual screens. There's a few additional attachments, and the step up in terms of specs and ability to capture, I guess. And it's making me think, do I do the leap? Do I do the jump? Do I do the upgrade? Haven't really justified it yet. One thing that really did stick out to me is there's an extra hype towards, or probably a bit more attention around going live with it and the media kit, and that's something which I'm somewhat interested in, because if I'm going to be doing more live streams, well, if I'm going to be doing a live stream and then more live streams, I don't want to, there's either two ways I do it with this or do it with one of my other cameras. Now I don't know, I'm just thinking about all this. Maybe the cheaper option than trying to buy all these different lightings and all these attachments, like to go into like more of a room or a studio, is do I take the opportunity to leverage maybe what they've got in terms of this media mod? I don't know. Anyway, we'll worry about that later. Let's get out, let's get this run done. Feeling pretty good. It's been an alright week. Had a few chats with some friends this week as well, which is always nice. It's great to be able to check in, but also just bounce ideas and share ideas and you know, talk about dreams, goals, and different things. So it's always healthy to do that. So I do encourage you, if you haven't done it, reach out to someone, have a conversation, got some ideas, share the ideas, bounce some ideas. You should do it. You should do it. All right, we're going to listen to music, and we are going to get these sprints done that way. So let's set it up and get out there. Whew. Number one, not too bad. Feeling tired, feeling stiff though. We'll just take it easy, we'll see. Whew. Two. Feeling like I'm doing fine, but just gotta be mindful. I definitely don't feel a spring, that's for sure. Number three, a bit faster, but yeah, maybe it's because I'm just too hot. I don't know. That's four. Bit better. Still going real good in terms of pace. Just realizing I've had to pull back a little bit, which is okay, which is good. Listen to the body. Five big ones. Getting it done. All right, there we go. 5 by 400 meters. Wasn't too bad. I definitely feeling a bit tense, a bit tight. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm just feeling tired, which I am. I'm feeling tired, but the legs are definitely not loose, and they're definitely not feeling springy, that's for sure. But I was mindful. I still absolutely smashed it, but I didn't feel as relaxed as normal, so something to really consider. And this is part of the plan where, well, sorry, this is part of the plan, it's not part of the plan, it's the part of the plan where I start to just sometimes freak out or just start to think about it too much or worry about it, and it's because it's that home stretch that I want to feel like that I'm
doing everything right. I want to make sure that, oh yeah, what does this mean? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? And because I feel like there's less room for error now. But I gotta just calm my farm and just trust the plan, do what it's telling, and just stay focused. Now, as I mentioned, I will be stretching out this plan by 2 weeks, and I'll have to start monitoring it manually, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay. We'll get into the stats in a second. Kind of wanted to mention that I've still been thinking about, you know, it's a pity that I've had to change the way that I'm doing my marathon in terms of timing and location and how it's going to look, but we knew this at the start, that I was going to do it regardless if it got cancelled. That was exactly what I said day one. But you know, it's definitely starting to become a bit of a mind thing, which this is where all the training pays out, right? Is because I haven't just done the physical, I've been doing the mental training too. So I just got to stay focused and keep my eye on the prize. One thing I have been thinking about is, you know, which I would never even consider doing until now, is, well, what if I do this marathon in October, take a couple of weeks off and do another one, do a virtual one, like the Melbourne Marathon. Like, what if I could do 2? And it seems weird. It would be something that I'd be like, no, that can't happen. But it's something that I'm seriously considering. I mean, there is, I said to my girlfriend, let's do the half, and we haven't really decided on that yet, but you know, maybe I should do a second mara. I mean, it's definitely something to consider. So anyway, I'm just walking you through what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, how it's popping in my mind, and I figured I may share that with you guys and bounce the ideas. What do you think? What would you do? All right, let's get into the stats. Let's have a look. I think I've done pretty good. Probably around probably a 450 pace, somewhere there. Could be a little faster. I've done pretty good in terms of, yeah, I don't know. Let's not overthink it. Let's just get into the stats. All right, it's finally synced through. It was pretty quick, which is good. We're gonna jump on over, have a look. Once again, we'll jump into the Nike, make sure it's all synced, and then, yep, there it is. And then we'll jump over to the Garmin and have a look, make sure it's all good. And you know what's funny? I've done another boo-boo. It was meant to be 5 by 200 meters. I've done 5 by 400 meters. I tell you, I'm definitely out of it. I'm definitely tired. This is funny. Ah, jeepers. It said it clearly there. It said 5 by 200. I don't know why I missed that. I don't understand. Jeepers. Doesn't matter. I mean, it's okay. This is just proof that, you know, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. And not exhausted from the running. It's just a lot of things are just catching up mentally. Just anyway, it's okay. It's okay. Have a good giggle about it. So last week I did 1 2 less, and this week I've done distance more, which is okay. But it's anyway. Let's have a look at this. Good grief. And what's funny is I haven't even realized this until now. So when I put this up on the video at the start of it, I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's 5 by 4, and everyone's gonna be like, oh, it's not. Anyway, let's have a look at this and see how we did. Nice. 443, 502, 543, 529, 529, 540. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. The 200 meters would have been a lot easier, and probably could have pushed it out a bit harder, but that's okay. It's okay. We've got an extra couple of weeks, so let's have a look at this. Yeah, first one was flat, and that was just me warming up, which is okay. Second was a bit better. Third and yeah, okay, third and last is probably my best ones. Heart rate, pretty solid stuff. And cadence, yeah, okay. Well, interesting. Not too bad. Look. The one thing that, as I said, because I'm now getting into the final stretches of this training plan, I can sometimes just lose sight of what I'm trying to achieve, because I start questioning everything or double thinking everything. I need to learn not to do that, and this is normal. It's normal, right? It's kind of like these pre-race jitters. But at the same time, the next couple of weeks is going to be super crucial in terms of ensuring that I'm well rested, well hydrated, well, eating well, dieting well, doing the mobility, stretching, exercising, all that jazz, just to make sure that I'm giving my enough time to really bunker down into taper, but also do the best to ensure that when it comes to race day, I'm going to be fit as a fiddle and just, focused, mentally sound, mentally just, because, that does play a huge part in all this, in all running, all training, whatever you're doing. If your mind's not right, and it's just, I'm using this running as a way for me to clear the mind, which is it's a bit of a catch-22, because I need to have a clear mind to do a good performance of a run. But in order to, have a clear mind, I need to run. It's like, so it goes hand in hand. But I think that's why I do my long runs on the Sundays, is because Saturday, do my medium run, I can just detox, step away from everything, clear the head, and then Sunday, I'm in that space where I'm ready to get out and get it done. So, yeah. That's what I have to say today. Really appreciate you being here. Jeepers. All right, thanks for being here. Really do appreciate it. Make sure you jump down into the timestamps, have a look around. There is a buffet of information, something for everyone. Use the timestamps, leverage them. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you haven't hit that notification bell, hit that notification bell. You know what to do. Ding, 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 ding. And otherwise, tomorrow's a rest day, so you won't see me tomorrow. Well, you will see me in a couple of seconds, which will be Saturday. So I'll see you when I'm looking at you. Ciao. Good morning and welcome to run number 79 for the Marathon Training Plan 2020. And today we are doing an endurance. We are doing 7K, pretty light and easy, to be honest, compared to everything else we've been doing. So a nice 7K at a 6:39 pace should be pretty good. These are the shoes I'm wearing today, trail running shoes, and this is the book I'm listening to, Elon Musk, and I am loving it. It is great. There is just the visionary behind this man, the vision that he brings, his game plan and everything that he's doing. It's inspiring. Still early into the book, but highly recommending it, because he's game changing. He is game changing. Now, Saturday morning, I am feeling super pumped, super happy, and two reasons is, one, it's the weekend, so which means I get to spend some time doing the things that I love to do, passion things. I'm super keen to get out and run. And number two is I've just had a random spontaneous Instagram chat, video chat with my boy Kevin. Go check out his channel. I put it up, and we were actually chatting about just some delivery issues around some stuff, and we were just having some banter, some chit chat around, what it's like being a YouTuber, what it's like being a creator, what it's like just doing this. And it was just really good. And the one encouragement that I want to bring to everyone that's listening is that, one, make sure you're connecting with people, but also new people, and finding people that are going to, spur you on, lift you up, encourage you, and be there as a fan, a super fan, right? And not just because, they say they are, but legitimately, right? Find those people and surround yourself with those people. Number two is, just remember to check in, have the conversations, and, share, right? And you'll be surprised of how many people are feeling, experiencing, thinking the same stuff. And I think that's one thing that I've really learnt doing this series, is me sharing more about myself and the different things other than running. It's really helped me realize that, there's so much more that I can offer and bring to the table. And don't limit yourself, don't doubt yourself. You want to make sure that you ride that opportunity. Just speaking what's fresh on the mind. This literally just finished a call with him, and come out here, and now I'm gonna do the run. So it's been a great morning, great stuff. All right, so let's get out, let's get this done, and then
it's the weekend, but we'll talk about that shortly. Let's go. Huh. Okay. Go over here. Tough stuff. Definitely wasn't an easy run, that's for sure. It's funny, I keep finding that these shorter runs are proving to have their challenges, and I don't know if it's just because I'm not thinking long term, I'm thinking short term. So it's kind of like, it's like my sweet spot is when I'm doing a long run, I can get into a cruise, whereas I feel like getting into that cruise takes a good 5-7k to find a cadence, right? To find that sweet spot. Whereas, you know, shorter run below 10k, I'm finding that it's taking me a good 5k, 6k to get into a groove. But then but yeah, I don't know, it's a bit weird. It's something that I'm still figuring out. I don't know. Wait, it's not a bad thing. I've done fine. I've done great. I do feel a bit out of it in terms of a bit stiff and whatnot. So got to be mindful of that. But who knows? Maybe I'm just overthinking it. But it's the reality of it. Let me know if you experience something similar, where, you know, the shorter runs you struggle to find that cadence, or the longer runs it's the other way around. I mean, we all have differences and we all have strengths and weaknesses when it comes to, you know, the distances that we run. But I'm really starting to notice this, or maybe I'm just noticing that I'm enjoying the longer run than I am the shorter run. So that could be the case too. Whew. Feels good. I'm smiling. I'm happy. I'm excited. I am. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm just happy, and that's all it needs to be. Whew. This hair is crazy. Check out this. Check out this. It's ridiculous. All right, let's get into the stats and see how we went, eh? All right, Saturday morning run, 7k at a 6:16 pace. It's absolutely epic. Yeah, it was moderate. It definitely wasn't easy, that's for sure. All right, let's have a look. Oh, these mozzies are shocking. All right, heart rate 153. I mean, I was pretty consistent along the way. Heart rate as well, pretty consistent. Jump over to the Garmin. Now the Garmin's actually released a new feature. They've got a level of color where it's red. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you can see where I was slow, where I was fast. Interesting. Okay, let's have a look at this. Well, I mean, the second half was definitely better, but a few stops and starts, as you can see. I mean, I didn't stop to watch, I just was walking. I did get numb feet as well this time, so not sure why. Heart rate pretty consistent. Cadence, yeah, a bit over the place. Performance condition, this will be interesting. Yeah, still below perform. Oh, well, went up and then down. So I don't know, it's all over the place. It is all over the place. If we jump down to, that's pretty much it, to be honest. It's a good run, very good run. I mean, I did feel a few things, and I probably wasn't in that glide and cruisy mode, which is okay. Can't really figure it out. Tomorrow I've got a 16.5k run, so definitely nowhere near as long as what it's been before. I'm starting to get into that taper zone, and yeah, that's okay.
Jeepers, these mozzies, I do apologise. I have to keep moving and shuffling just because they are eating me alive. So, one thing that I want to just reiterate again today is, of late I've really been doing a lot of thinking and you know, just soul searching and not necessarily soul searching, but you know, just assessing things in my life. And you know, I want to encourage people to take the time to do that, do the self-reflection, to think about what you're doing, why you're doing it, you know, what have you learned along your journey so far, and what do you want to be doing in the rest of your journey. And I'm not saying that anything is fixated and anything is fixed and it's going to stay that way, but for me, you know, by listening to books, which I've never done before, has enabled me to think differently. And by thinking differently, I'm looking at things, or you know, questioning things which I've never questioned before, which has enabled me to, you know, I guess do a bit of self-discovery, remind myself around passions and purpose. And I think that's important for all of us. We need to be continuously doing this as a ongoing basis, as self-development, self-growth, and being able to become a better you, right? And that looks different for everyone. I just wanted to encourage you that, you know, it's definitely something you should try to do. And you can do it in different forms, right? Whether it's journaling, whether it's reading, whether it's learning, whether it's doing a new skill, or doing something like this, running or filming or sharing, or there's so many things you can do. It's different for everyone. I just want to encourage you, give it a go. Give it a go. All right, but in the meantime, make sure you jump down into the timestamps, have a look around. There is a buffet of information, something there for everyone, whether it's about books, whether it's about life, whether it's about running. Check it out. Really do appreciate you being here. Make sure you hit that subscription button, hit that notification bell. If you haven't hit that, you know what to do. Ding, 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 ding. Otherwise, I will see you shortly. All right, ciao. Good morning and welcome to run number 80 for the Marathon Training Plan 2020. And today we are doing a long run, and it is a spectacular morning. Look at this. This is just beautiful. It's probably it must be about 15, 16 degrees already. Probably even 17. Sun is out, so this is when it starts to get a little bit more real, because the weather changes things, right? It means I need to hydrate more. It means I'm going to be using more energy quicker, just because you're burning it, right? And this is important. This is an important run, even though it's only 16.5k. Yes, only 16.5k compared to the other runs. It's a bit of a smaller, longer run. So I'll be using this just to get into the zone around the comfort of heat. And then the other thing is, the good news is I do not have to do repeats today, because we have the 2-hour limit now. Yes, so it means I can actually, you know, explore a bit further out and do some loops around outside. Now, that has actually become a bit of a weird mentality, because I'm so used to doing these repeats. I need to figure out, well, what's the course going to be like doing I need to do 16.5k, so one loop is, well, will probably be 6k, which means 2 loops is 12k. So then I need to do, you know, another, yeah, okay, that's interesting. So it's probably going to be 3 loops and a bit that I need to do. So, which is fine, which is all good. I'm going to focus on doing probably 3 loops of 5k, and then the final loop being a bit of a hot lap, or maybe I'll do the middle lap as a hot lap, or whatever. I might do a 5, a 6, a 5, or something like that. All right, I'm excited. It's beautiful weather, absolutely beautiful weather. Feeling really good. Yesterday I did some things which I've been needing to do for a long time, and just have some productive days. So had a productive day. So super key, super important that you are making sure you're finding time to do those things. Otherwise you're just going to get into a rut. These are the shoes I'm wearing today, and this is the book I'm listening to. And so still listening through Elon Musk, really enjoying it, really loving it. The strategy for this run, I will be using some tailwind again. It is only 16.5k, so probably don't need to fuel up as much, just because I don't have to push that extra mile. But I don't know, I think I might do 10k of just cruising, and then do the final 6.5k of a bit more of a go. Yet to find out. I need to kind of just be mindful of the heat. Not that it's hot, but the temperature is
substantially different to what I've been doing in the last few weeks. So I just need to be mindful of that because my body will need to adjust. All right, I'm excited. Are you excited? I mean, get excited. You should be excited. All right, let's do it. Ooh. 5K in, and definitely running a little hot, but decided I'll do the first loop of about 6.5K, second loop 5K, and final loop 4K. Yeah. Actually, 6.6. Running hot, but running good. Ready for speed. We are at 11.7. Envisioning that finish line. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Hey puppies. We're pushing. We're doing it. Come on. Come on. 2K, baby. Let's do it. Come on. Push it. Really nice ticket. Come on. I think what I'm starting to love about this running journey so much is that feeling, that 15-second high, that 15-second moment of adrenaline, of rush, of just, and it comes just at that final finishing point. Do that final sprint, you finish it, and all you want to do is burst into tears. You just want to cry with joy and happiness. And I'm not crying now. I've managed to pull myself together. But if I'm feeling this way with 16.5K, with last week's 21K, imagine what it's going to be like doing the 42, the marathon. Now I know it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard as heck, but it's these moments pushing through a little bit more that come D-Day, I'm going to show up and give it my best. And nothing's going to stop me. Well, I hope. We don't know what's going to happen. Feels so good. Feels so good. It's a bit of a ritual now that when I come to the end of this run, I've got my music way too loud. it's a bit of a ritual now that when I come to the end of this run, the long run, is I chuck on some certain music just to really bring out the positive stuff in me, because it's the nostalgia of the song, it's the reminder of the song, and it's, to be honest, it's Tony Anderson's, all of his albums, his music, it really brings out just that dig deep emotion, like you're taking on a battle, like a journey, a hero's journey. And I'm getting emotional again. You got to trust the process. You got to trust the process. Keep showing up, keep putting the work in. I've said this for so many weeks now, and you know, I am terrified. I am the next 3 weeks, next 4 weeks, 3-4 weeks, where I'm going to have to adapt and change the plan. Next week it means I'm not following the schedule, I'm doing it manually. That scares me so much, and the reason why is because I feel like I can't see something. I have to, it's something that I'm responsible for. It's in my control, but I feel like it's out of my control. What if I'm doing it wrong? What if the plan that I've adapted it to doesn't make sense? What if it's not going to be good enough for the marathon? Well, I don't know. And that's what scares me, but at the same time, I got to trust my gut. I really got to do it. I just got to go with it, trust the process. I've made it this far. I've had to adapt along the way, and I've still got a few more weeks where I just got to keep that mindset strong, keep showing up, and keep getting it done. Whew. All right, so this run was everything I love about running. It had its highs, it didn't really have its lows. Had some moments where I had to dig deep, and you would have seen that in the footage where I'm trying to show you what I'm doing to and I think that's what brings out the difference, is find your swing, find your thing that is going to help you get through it. I think I've probably done a 6:04, 6:02 pace, and the majority of that was made up in the final 6K, in the final 6.5. And that's what I love, is I'm really throwing myself into a few different testing strategies. Last week with the half, this week with 6, last week with doing half of the half at a higher pace. This week I did 6, finding little spots where I'm throttling, practicing. That's what it's all about. I feel good, I feel so good. I don't feel too sore. I'm gonna have to just keep moving today. I'll probably get out for another walk later, and oh jeepers, I love this, just love it. And I've really starting to realize that in my last video I put the question around, those shorter runs are seeming a bit harder, whereas these longer runs I'm being able to strategize and be able to take them on head on, and with a better mentality and a better structure and a better game plan. And at the same time, I think maybe I'm just turning into one of those crazy ones and realizing that I like long running, which is good enough for me. I mean, I don't mind, but it's the joy and happiness it brings me of just nothing else matters but just pushing through and becoming a little bit stronger. That's what it's all about. All right, so I think I've done 6:02, 6:03. We're gonna have a look at the stats, get into it, and then the usual fluff. Whew. All right, let's do it. And let's have a look. There it is, 6:02. Nice. That's pretty neat. I've really pushed it hard in this one, and I know it's a little different to what the plan should be, but I think that's okay, right? And I'm testing it out. The next few weeks I'm gonna have to start to buckle down and ease up, but I think this is good, because the next 2 weeks I'm just repeating what I've just done, so that's okay as well. Let's have a look at this. Good, a pretty heavy heart rate. I was running pretty hard the whole way through, but I didn't feel too bad. I mean, if we have a look at this, you can see that I've really upped up in that second half. Heart rate as well, steadily climb. I mean, and this is natural. I mean, it's good to be able to start off slow, comfortable, and then start upping it, and oh, mozzie, and
keep pushing up. So let's jump over to the Garmin. Super curious to see what we've got to see here. And it looks like there's a new feature I can... okay. But we're gonna go this way anyway. Alright, so... heart rate was pretty solid. I mean, if we take that out, you can see the second half, and those little drops is exactly where I've taken the break, grab some water, grab a snake, and then keep going. Cadence wise, look at that. The first half, killing it. Middle, not so good. That last half, that's where it was, that was massive. That was epic. Performance condition. I don't understand this performance stuff. I really don't. It's too confusing. So one thing one thing about all this though was the temperature was pretty hot. I mean, it's saying that it was 20, but that's not true. It was warm, and I noticed that I was sweating so much. And here we go, we're saying, okay, so this is what I'm a bit anxious about. Now, I don't feel like I was overreaching, but this is where sometimes our technologies tell us things that we're not too sure if it's true or not. So it's saying that it could have been good, but I need to just calm my farm. So that's okay. I'm just gonna have to take it easy, make sure I recover properly, and be mindful of this, because I did run pretty hard. But I didn't feel like I was overdoing it. But yeah, this was a good run. Good run. I'm trying not to think into this too much. I'm going by feel, and I feel good. So this is why I get nervous, is because I've got this telling me one thing, I've got my mind telling me something else, and then I've got, you know, you guys, community supporting me, telling me your suggestions, and it's just a lot. It's just a lot to take in, so it can get a bit overwhelming and trying to figure out what's the right process. We're going to get into some questions. The first question that I got was essentially coming from Miles Be Running. It is like, how am I feeling about meeting my marathon goal? And I slightly touched on this already. I'm feeling, look, I feel I've got it in me. I'm super nervous, I'm super scared. The next couple of weeks is what is scaring me. The actual marathon itself, I'm actually not too scared about that yet. I'm more worried about building up to it. And I think from a mentality standpoint of the actual race itself, I know I'm going to be doing it in some odd conditions. So like, I'm going to have to do an hour outside of home, 2.5 hours of back-to-backs in here, and then another hour outside, because I'm still going to have 2-hour exercise limit restrictions. So that I'm mentally prepared for. It's getting there, and I'm just worried that between now and then something doesn't go right, and that's what I'm scared of, to be honest. Otherwise, I think I can do it. I think I can, and I'm hoping I can. I've put all this hard work, and I'm gonna go for it. So yes, we're gonna get this goal. The next question was from Lido. He's got a really good question here. So he's like, let me just bring this around. What is the, it's actually, he's got multiple questions within the question. So the first one was, what is my sleep and rest like for the marathon training? So I'm usually getting about 7 hours of sleep per night. So I'm going to bed between 10:30 and 11, and I'm getting up around 6 a.m. In terms of recovery, well, I guess it's part of the rest, I guess, is, and it moves on to the second part. You're saying, how long do I rest up the legs before and after long runs? So every day I'm doing a bit of maintenance in terms of mobility, yoga, stretching, every day for about 15 to 20 minutes, regardless if I'm running or not. Now, my running plan has been, I'm running Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays. Long runs are on Mondays. Tuesdays, I go to my speed work, and then I build it out, right? So if you know, my videos have been showing that cadence. So usually I'm having 1 day rest day between the long run and the next week. And then in terms of, I do all my speed work through the week, then I have Friday off, and then I do an endurance on the Saturday, and then a long run on the Sunday. So that answers that. And then the next question you had was, do I need a certain number of hours for peak mental condition and physical condition? Well, yes and no. So I have found that, you know, having that extra hour of sleep, so 8 hours of sleep, before I think it was before my 30K, that made a huge difference. And I'll be making sure that that's in place for my marathon. However, I've done runs where I wasn't able to get as much sleep just because you sleep restless or whatever, yet I've still come out and surprised myself. So sometimes it's more of a mental thing, but I think in terms of recovery and just being, you know, your body being fully prepped, yeah, I think it plays a big part. Do you find that switching off from work and having recreational downtime, games, TV, girlfriend, family times help with the mental game? 100%. And I think with this, sometimes you need to be a bit selfish and find what works for you. But at the same time, you know, we all have lives and we all have commitments and we all have responsibilities as well. So for me, what I try to do is, you know, I would love to be able to do a lot of rest and relaxation, but I like to keep moving forward. So to me, to me being relaxing or finding recreational time is being able to find the time where I want to do the things that I enjoy, whether it's video editing, doing the YouTube stuff. But what I do try to do is every day just find a small pocket, even if it's 15 to 30 minutes of that selfish time of like playing a quick game or watching something on Netflix or whatnot. Because, or, you know, whether it's a call with a friend or with my girlfriend or spending time with family, because if I don't, that's when it starts to just really overwhelm me. And then I use them as balancing factors. They might be small and they're not heaps, but they're enough to just kind of keep that linear line moving forward. And I would like to change that a bit more, but I take what I can get at this rate. So yeah, thanks for asking the question, man. So I have some questions for you guys, and 3 of them are, first one is GoPro HERO9. That was announced this week. Pretty neat. I love it. I really want it. Do I need it? I don't know. So I'm using the Hero 7. I was thinking about upgrading, but I then thought, well, Hero 9 is coming, so maybe I should wait. Price point wise, I think it's about $70 more than the 8 if I got it right now. So there is yeah, I'm still weighing up if I should get it, but I want to know your thoughts. What are you using to film your running videos or just your content in general? What are your thoughts on the Hero 9 as a runner or not as a runner, just as a content creator? And do you think it's worth getting? I'm very tempted. Or will you be getting it? I want to know. Let me know. The next one is, and this is, you know, keeping everyone honest here, is what are the things that you have created in the past, and then, you know, when reviewing it or doing it, you've decided, nah, I doubt this would be good, I don't think this would be any good, and you've decided not to put it up, you've decided not to share it, you've decided not to, you know, whether it's a video, a piece of content, a quote, or whatever, right? Who is guilty of this? I'm guilty of it, and you know, I'm trying to change that as much as possible and just go with it. And I've learned so much in this series that doing these longer videos, they've worked out so much better for me. Documenting and sharing things which I would have never shared before, it's working out for me. So that's my encouragement to you. And I really want to know, what else do you think, so who else has experienced this? Do you have some examples, or do you want to chat about this? Because, you know, I'm here to support and bounce ideas and hopefully give you the encouragement you need to. Okay, that's that. The other thing is, you're probably going to get this video, and I've already done it, but live stream coming up between the 24th and 25th of September, so stay tuned for that one. If you've attended because you're seeing this video afterwards, thanks for being there, really do appreciate it. If you're seeing this video before that, make sure you jump on over. You'll see all the stuff up on my YouTube. It should have a scheduled date for the live session. It's going to be my first live. I have no idea what I'm doing at this point, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right, let's have a quick sneak peek of what we're doing next week. This is where it gets a little confusing because all right, so we've just done week 16. Now, oh gosh, what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to do week 15, what we did the other week. which means next week we have a speed session, endurance, another speed session, another endurance, and a 21.5k again. So this is where we start to diverge from the actual Nike plan. Scary stuff, but we're gonna do it. We've got this. We have got this. Jesus, scary stuff, really scary stuff, exciting stuff. So excited. I really do appreciate all the support, all the encouragement. The comments are great. You know, subscriptions have been still coming in, fluctuating, but that's okay. If you're new here, appreciate you being here. Make sure you introduce yourself, say hello. Yeah, it's a journey. I'm feeling really good, not just with the running, but just in the mental space, head space. And it's peaks and it's ups and downs, right? It's like this, it's different every week. And that's the reality of it, but I'm keeping it vocal, keeping it honest, and keeping it out there so you guys can really understand and hear and see how I'm going. Yeah, that's it from me. Appreciate you being here, really do. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do the whole shebang, and hustle. Ciao. I'm gonna go have a smoothie and some coffee.